Hello, hi, and welcome to our presentation. And it's about morals versus ethics and dilemmas. Yeah, my penmanship is pretty bad, guys. No, it isn't. Moral and versus the. I'll just put it on the screen so y'all can read. So we all know what morals and ethical dilemmas are. Well, I hope so. I mean, everyone in here is smart, I think. But that doesn't mean we can't go over what it actually means. So a moral means to have senses or feelings that we all have to determine if something is right or wrong. Morals are normally applied when there is decision making to be done. Decision making can be on a broad range of topics and subjects which we don't have to get into, thank God. According to Cambridge Dictionary, morals means to be relating to standards of good or bad behavior, fairness, honesty, etc. that each person believes in rather than law. Sometimes though, not all the time, because people are different. A good example of morals would be empathy. Having empathy on yourself or others definitely shows good morals and defines it really well. On the other hand, ethics are a set of principles that are created for the betterment of yourself. It is similar to morals, however, it is almost a set of laws that people go by that has been set by themselves, such as bro codes.
Yeah.
Not all the time, ethics are considered laws, more like self-laws for yourself. A good example of ethics is having loyalty and compassion for yourself and others. There, refreshment, refreshed. Man, I don't know, man. Or woman, pronoun. Now that we know what morals and ethics are, there are still a lot of subtopics that we have to go over as well, such as piety, having yourself committed to religion or regular ceremonies of religion, and
Vengeance.
justice. Yes, I am referring to the Dark Knight, but not the kind that actually beats people up to the point where they can't even breathe. Go home and see their wife and family and kids. That's pretty sad. But I am talking about real justice. Justice is the act of enacting fair judgment on the equality of all. According to Oxford Dictionary, it is the administration of law and equality. One example would be putting a very bad man in timeout because he has been very naughty in breaking the law. Don't ask me why I said it like that. So yes, this somehow contributes to beating up people who've done really bad things. That doesn't mean fighting all the time, but yeah, in this case it kind of does. But this can benefit you and others, such as contributing yourself to religion. That had nothing to do with justice, but it does have a lot to do with piety, the act of devotion to a certain religion, most known in Christianity and God. Jesus is cool, guys. But that doesn't mean you can have any shame about it either. Shame is consisting of embarrassment or self-consciousness about yourself or a situation that may have happened to you or to somebody else. Now, there are many examples of having shame, such as having shame of losing a game, which is quite common.
Why? God!
A lot of times this can lead to excuse me, Miss K. Can I go to the bathroom? Gosh, I wish these students would stop talking too loud and do their work, including Joseph.
This is a perfect example of internal conflict. Now, though it may not seem as much, but even something as minor as this can be seen as a conflict. Now, yes, an internal conflict could be a mental or physical conflict with yourself or with another person. So yes, it can be seen as meeting a quota for yourself or for somebody else.
It may seem like just another boring 5-letter word, Q-U-O-T-A, who cares? But the more you play this game, the more you realize it is so much more than that.
At least it's not whatever this monstrosity is.
F-A-N-B-O
the different subtopics, why did I just take all this time to talk about the different subtopics? For a better grade?
Definitely, I'm not stupid.
But mainly to dive straight into the real difference between moral and ethical dilemmas. Ooh, let's go, I said it right for the first time. Yes! All the different subtopics we went over, morals, ethics,
I'm vengeance.
shame, piety, and internal conflict, all fall under these specific categories shown below. From what I've read and discovered and researched, as well as my colleagues, internal conflict pretty much falls under both ethics and morals, which is why it's at the bottom. No racism intended. Now that we've covered the subtopics concerning moral and ethic relations, now it's time to compare and contrast them. Whoa. I said I'll keep it short. Well, at least it's not like last time. Hey, if you know, you know. Moral dilemmas are simply based on making decisions that can affect your personal values and feelings about certain things that you may have experienced or maybe seen other people experience. An ethical dilemma is the act of making crucial decisions on principles that can sometimes have alternative outcomes that could be beneficial or a big no-no for you, and sometimes for others, but we don't have to talk about that.
Thank God.
In other words, morals are personal, ethics are based around self-rules or principles that can have different outcomes based on your choices or the choices you make. Or basically a bro code that you set up for yourself. Or girl code. Or pro. Okay. Alright, that's basically it. Thank you all for watching. Hold on! Hey man, I gotta do the end credits. Nuh-uh, the video's already over. Not until I say it is. Hey! Can y'all stop bickering and end the video already? I'm trying to present next. Well then, I want to thank everybody who made this video. And when I mean everyone, me, Mario, and Amarion, basically myself, because I did all the animation.
What the hell is this?
But nevertheless, they did help a lot. They helped with the research, with the words, of finding like what the words meant, which did help a lot because it helped me write my script and helped me better animate this video. Yeah, I know it sounded a little weird or crazy. My audio was kind of messed up over the weekend, so if this doesn't sound the best, I don't care. I'm just doing this for a grade. But as always, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. No, but seriously, this video is actually sponsored by me, JD5 Productions, as always. It was really fun doing this project, even with the short amount of time that I had, even with my audio cutting out, which really did prevent me from, making this video probably a lot better. Sorry that it's a little crappy. Yeah, I tried to keep the yapping down as much as possible, so I hope I did a good job on that. And yeah, I tried to make this as entertaining as possible. Again, I hope you all really enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah.
My name is Optimus Prime, and I send this message to all other teachers and students out in America. Good luck, because this video sucks.